Some celebs pull up loco. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it out, let's take a photo now. Photo now. For now, I'm loco. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud. I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get these likes going. Support the channel. Come on. Yeah. So yeah, man, we're gonna get into it. The boy Ben Jacobs has come out as he does, and he said a lot of stuff, man. A lot of updates he's gave us, a lot of bombers, whatever you want to do. It's all about Manchester United. No other clubs over here. Semenyo is still the top target, and he is a top target. There's been these talks. Is he really a target? Is he not? Can we afford him? Is he a left wing back? Where's he going to play, etc.? He's there. He's a target. So we'll get straight into it, and I'll show you exactly what's going on. Make sure you're smashing these likes, my peoples. Come on. Share my screen. Bam. So we'll start off from the United stand. This is where majority of it started. You had the boy Ruben coming out and saying certain things, etc. Yeah, Lissandro's back as well, you know. Remember that, peoples. The boy Lissandro, he's back with the squad. He went to Argentina to train with them in the international break. Now he's back with the Man United squad and he's training. Yeah? Lissandro, trust me. So this is what Ruben said earlier. He said, I think I changed as a coach. I see little things a bit different. I had an idea how to play, how to build up in certain ways, and I changed that. You can see by all these long balls, etc. He's playing a little bit different than he first came, and he probably looked at the Portuguese league, thought, yeah, man, I'm gonna go and do everything that I've done there. Nah, brother. He come and he learned quick that, yo, I can't play the same way I tried to play in this Portuguese league. It's not the same. It's different. The leagues are different. The Prem is a different gravy. So big up Ruben for switching it up. And yeah, he's seeing things a different way now than he was doing it before. Of course, you want to play in a specific way, but you need to adapt. You need to understand where you need to play with more possession, the way we win some corners to push the opponents, all these things, all the little things, you need to understand it. And this is what Ruben is saying, bro. He understands it now and he's adapted to the game. Last season, I feel like last year, I was always overwhelmed with the games. I didn't have time to settle down, to understand that my job is not just the pitch, it's outside the pitch. It's to push for everyone. I felt like last year, I was really emotional all the time because I was struggling with the results. I'm always saying that this is going to take time, but I'm the guy that has the bigger responsibility to take care of everything and to control the emotions a little bit better. So big up him, man. That's accountability there. You know what I'm saying? He's coming out after the game saying crazy stuff that was kind of true, to be honest. We are the worst Man United. We was the worst Man United ever. 15th. We've never finished like that. But as a manager, you got to hold some of these things and say it in the dressing room. Say it to the players. Motivate them by telling them how rubbish they are. You can't really be saying that and giving the commentators and the tabloids, the newspaper, the press, fuel to go against the team all the time. So big up Ruben for understanding that. Amrin on conceding in the second half. I think we lose the intensity. I think we had some problems in some games that we lost. Remember, we're one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to the second half, you know. Literally, when it comes to the second half, if you look at the table for the second half, we're in the relegation zone. We always concede. 2 times Casemiro because of some pain. Harry Maguire, the same thing. They are key players, not just in the way they play, the experience they have, but also the set pieces. People don't take that into consideration. So he's talking about Casemiro and Maguire. Remember, they've got to come off in the second half. They're not the same players no more. They're coming off age, etc. And they do bring us aerial threats. Everyone knows Maguire. He's headers. He scored the last minute against Lyon. He scored against what's his name? Well, just now Liverpool. We know Harry Maguire and Casemiro are aerial threats. So even to turn around and try and replace them, we've got to try and replace them smartly. We can't just like sit down there and go get someone else that's different to them. It's got to be someone that's kind of on the same wave as them. It's a lot of things together. If we think about it, let's not suffer a goal. And our mindset, it should be, we have one goal. We just need another opportunity to kill the game. So we're saying, yeah, man, like we shouldn't be conceding in the second half, but at least it's something that he's clocked. Because we're in the bottom half of the table when it comes to the second half. In the second half, we're the bottom half of the table. We keep conceding. And it's not good, man. It doesn't feel good. It's not good. He understands that, he knows that, which is great. So let's move on to the next stuff. This is what he's ended up saying. Yeah, it's the stadium now. Yeah, so big up the stadium. Look at this, guys. Remember, we're trying to build up the stadium. This 100-seater. We've already got one of the biggest stadiums in the country. Remember, Man United, our stadium, Old Trafford, is the biggest club stadium. Wembley is the country stadium. Everyone goes there, etc. But club stadium is literally, Man United's already got the biggest. We're trying to get even bigger than that and have a bigger stadium, 100-seater. Do you understand? And this is what's going on. Man United has welcomed the Man United growth, the Greater Manchester Growth Plan announced on Thursday, including backing for the Old Trafford regeneration project. Mayor Andy Burnham hailed the Old Trafford regeneration project as the UK's biggest sports-led scheme since the London 2012 Olympics, creating a new leisure and business destination and 15,000 new homes around a new 100,000-seat football stadium. So the mayor's backing it. It's getting backed, man. You understand? The Greater Manchester Growth Plan is backing it. They're getting all the backing that they need. So they can go out there, yeah, yards can get built around, etc. Everything's what needs to be happening. When you're not backed by the mayor and all of that, that's where it's a bit techie and etc. So it's going in the right direction. That's all we can get from this article is it's going in the right direction. Obviously, it's going to take some time because it's a massive stadium. So, yeah, as you can see, London 2012, that's the obviously the West Ham Stadium. That took ages, and that was one of the biggest stadiums that got done at that time. We're trying to go even bigger than that. So we're looking at least a 5-6 year plan. We'll see what happens. But yeah, big up the stadium, man. You see what Ineos is trying to do, man. And then now we're going to get into some of the news of the Semenyos, the Balebas, the Ben Jacobs update. This is what he come out and said. Obviously, he done it on the United stand. And this is what he says. Are Manchester United interested in Semenyo? Yes. Were they interested over the course of the summer? Yes, as well. Are Manchester United going to do what some have asked me, which is convert him into a left wing back? I'm not sure. So he doesn't know about all of that. He's not going to make stuff up. He's saying he's not sure if he's going to turn into a left wing back, but we're interested in him. I think the player is very intent on being a winger. That's where all of his form is. So I think Manchester United move. It will be because they can add another winger /10. Bro, I'm sitting there thinking, how much wingers /10s do we need? We're on a different thing. We're literally moving mad. We've literally got Mount. We've got Mbumo. We've got Cunha. Ahmad can play as a 10. Mainu could play as a 10. We know Bruno plays as a 10. That's already 6 players. Xerxes, obviously, he's out of touch. He's definitely going to leave. Bro, we're on a different thing. And even if it was to turn into wingers, we'll still have about 4 or 5 wingers. But I'm not complaining. We go out there and get Semenyo. I'm cool with that. Yeah? I ain't complaining. I'll tell you that for free. I rate Semenyo. He's turned up this season. Last season, he was good with the dribbling and that, but he used to blast the ball over the bar all the time. He used to remind me of Garnacho. Everything's good until the end product, and he used to blast it. This season, he's turned back up. So I'm with it. And obviously, we was close to signing him last season for like 50 mil or something. Ruben sat down, had dinner with him, everything, and then Bournemouth started acting up and saying, nah, we want more for him or something with the price or something. So I don't know, man. But yeah, I'm with it, man. It seems like we're in for him. Ben Jacobs has said it. Obviously, Fabrizio said something the other day that we're looking for this sort of position as well. A winger /10. Do you understand? Look at that last line there, you lot, yeah? Manchester United want to add a winger /10, right? So let me show you what Fabrizio said literally yesterday about that. A winger /10. He literally said the same thing. Let me type this in. So Fabrizio Romano basically said the same thing. And then now, look at that. This is yesterday, November the 19th. Look at that. Manchester United are looking for a winger /10 that is electric, skillful, talented, and fast. So Ben Jacobs and Fabrizio have just both got their their sources 1 day apart with the same info. Literally, they're looking for a winger /10, but not Adeyemi. We ain't spoken to Adeyemi. There's been reports about Karim Adeyemi, blah, blah, blah. Nah, that's not the guy right now. So I don't know, bro. Is it going to be Semenyo? He's saying it's Semenyo, Ben Jacobs. Fabrizio's just saying it's a winger /10. So none of us thought that we would even be in for that position, because when you think about it, bro, we've got Cunha and all of these guys. So what would be the point? But that just shows that we're trying to build up a super team. We're trying to do what Man City's doing. Come here, everyone can fight for their position. It'll get to a stage where you're going to Old Trafford or you're ready to watch a game. You don't even care who starts. It's Semenyo on the left or it's Cunha. You don't care. You just know when it gets to 65th minute, we're making a sub and the other guy's coming on. So you're cool. And I'll be happy with that. Imagine going into a game, you're not even looking at the lineup because you got Semenyo, Mbumo, Cunha, Ahmad. You don't know who's going to start, but two of them are going to start. Like, you don't care. Just leaving it to Amrin. Amrin, you do what you got to do, bro. And then we'll get to the 70th minute. If we're not winning, make some changes and then give the other two guys a go. Bruv, I'm with it. So we'll see what happens. But he seems like he's the main man. Mbumo can play centrally. Cunha is central or number 9. So there's a scope to add a wider player who will not necessarily compete for that central spot. If Benjamin Sesko is injured or out of form, Cunha seemingly at the moment, what does it say? Cunha seemingly at the moment is the deputy. If Bruno Fernandes is playing deeper, there's room for the possibility that someone could come in as a 10. But I think the first priority is less winger 10 and more than just the out-and-out specialist wide player that is devastating on the counter-attack. And Semenyo falls into that category. Yeah? You see what's going on. So Semenyo is seeming like the guy, bro. He's seeming like the number 1. This is why he had to go in the thumbnail. He's seeming like the number 1. I didn't even know we wanted a 10. I just thought we wanted a DM. This is crazy. What type of team are we trying to build up? It's madness. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, and this is what what's his name came out. Rob Dawson came out the other day and said that. He said that Mbumo is going to play up top. He said, yeah, now that Sesko's injured, Mbumo's going to play up top, not rating Xerxes whatsoever. He didn't even mention Xerxes. This is why I think Xerxes has to leave. Like, if he wants to get a little shot at getting anything, there's no point. So, yeah, that's what's going on, man. Mbumo can play centrally, so can Cunha, but we need someone to compete for the number 10 spots. And you got to remember, imagine having a team. Cunha is good, don't get it twisted, but if you got Mbumo and Semenyo, 2 players like that are just fast on the counter-attack, it's a long day for you, bro. I'll tell you that for free. And that's one thing is just, we need a left wing back. We need someone. Dorgu's good enough. He's good. But, bro, we can have Dorgu fighting for that position with someone else. Do you understand? And have the left side as dangerous as the right side. We know we got Ahmad and then Mbumo on the right side going crazy. Have the left side as crazy as well. And then we've got a team on our hands where you just don't know where to stop us, bro. We've got man coming from everywhere. And then this is what else he said. He said, listen, obviously this is what we already know. The release clause for Semenyo in the summer is potentially still above 50, but definitely below 65. So it's 65 in January. And if you wait till summer, it's going to go below 60, but it's going to be above 50. So either way, 58 million, 57, who cares? That's still a steal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on with Semenyo, man. It's crazy. Let me get a few of these comments and I'll get into the rest of the news. Metric community, big up yourself, Man United, man. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. Let's get these likes up. Big up, Metch. Big up yourself, Mike. I hope you're good. Metric community, like and subscribe. Come on, man. We're here every day. We're back with the lives daily. 4 o'clock, 4:30s, whatever. Be here. He's either going to stay at Bournemouth or go to Liverpool in Jan. Even then, why would Liverpool buy another attacker when they need a DM and CB? Also, Gakpo is still delivering goals. Bro, I don't think he goes Liverpool, man. I don't know where it is. They've spent loads of money. I just can't. They got Gakpo. Who else can play on the left for them? They've got options. So I don't know, man. I don't know, man. They got Chiesa. They got Gakpo. I don't know. I just can't see it happening. Semenyo moves like Wan-Bissaka. He looks like him as well. He kind of looks like him, innit? Yeah, it's crazy. He kind of looks like him as well. They've got the little the spider hair as well. You're right. Unless Semenyo will play wing back and funds don't affect getting our top midfielder. Bruv, you never know with Amrin, though. They might get him in and he plays wing back. Remember, we was close to signing him. Obviously, he was good. If we signed him, we wouldn't have signed them Boomer probably, but you just never know, bro. We could sign him and he plays wing back and he's just devastating. Real talk. Imagine that. But I just couldn't see us paying 65 million for a wing back. I couldn't see it happening. But you just never know, bro. You don't know about their plans. It's crazy. Targets, I can't see us getting Semenyo. If we buy Semenyo, we need to sell Mount. I don't think they sell Mount. I think Xerxes going to go. Bruno maybe goes to Saudi. Who knows? We don't know what's going on, what's getting planned behind the scenes. Bruno might go to Saudi with Casemiro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Semenyo can't be the Salah replacement because they play 2 different positions. Salah's a right winger. Semenyo's a left winger. Semenyo plays on the left. Salah plays on the right. So it wouldn't make no sense. I think Mbeumo was Salah's replacement. Remember, Mbeumo plays on the right. You see it? That would have been a more replacement. So it doesn't really make no sense. But boy, he could go to Liverpool. Let's not look at it like that. There's talks about it, but majority of the Liverpool talks have even come from Indy Kaler, who people are skeptical about. It's a bit of a hit and miss. Do you know what I mean? So we don't even know. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Semenyo. Like I said, Ben Jacobs has come out. For those that just come in the chat, smash the likes. This is what he's come out and said. He said, yes, Man United are interested in Semenyo. Yeah, and we can buy Semenyo now in January and not worry about the price. So we can't go wrong. We don't need to worry about the price. We can buy him. Literally, we've got the money there. Remember, we sold Garnacho for 40 million. You know, we could spend 3 times that money because he's an academy player. We haven't touched it yet. There's so much money there that we haven't even touched. Do you understand? So yeah, that's what's going on. That's the stuff for Semenyo. I'll move on. And then we'll come back to the news for those that come in. Then we've got this about Xerxes. Xerxes and targeting strikers in January. Man United value him as a squad player. And it's hard to sign somebody mid-season knowing that they'll likely come in as a number 2, if not a number 3 in the rankings of a number 9. January and number 9s for Man United perhaps less likely unless Josh Xerxes gets a move away. But Man United are not looking to do any favours to the Netherlands national team or Xerxes with his international chances in mind. So if they can't find the right number 9, they just don't want to move him mid-season, then Xerxes will simply stay. Let me tell you the situation with Xerxes, why it's a bit peaked for him. I feel sorry for him. I actually feel sorry for him, but let me tell you why it's peaked for him, because see, January, everyone has to overspend. And if we're going to let Xerxes go, we've got to let Xerxes go and then go and get someone else that is better than Xerxes or on the same level. And why would they leave their club? It doesn't make no sense. So unless we're going to go and overspend, look at Omar Mamouche. Man City went in from on January last season, bam, had to overspend. This is what happens. So if we're going to go for someone that we're not 100% with, and that's what it seems like with Ineos, they don't do this half-stepping stuff. Oh, let's go get Weghorst or someone like Igalo or something. They don't do none of that. They're going to go and get someone that they know is solidified, that's going to be here, part of the project for a long time, and then we go and keep it stepping. So I can't see anything happening. I think they're not going to do Xerxes any favors where they're going to say, you know what, I know you want 6 months to play football for the World Cup, but bro, we need you as a backup. We got Ahmad, Mbeumo, and Mazraoui leaving to go AFCON. And on top of that, you're going to make us have a headache now where we've got to run around and try get another striker to be behind Sesko or Mbeumo or Cunha, whatever, which is long. They ain't got time for that. So I think Xerxes ain't going to go anywhere unless we can get someone else on a loan that isn't happy, which who's that going to be? You got to remember as well, a lot of the time, it's always us that we're giving out the loans because a lot of people, like look at our bomb squad. Everyone's not happy. Rashford, go on loan. Anthony, go on loan. Sancho, go on loan. Do you know what I'm saying? We're giving the loans out. But when it comes to the other way around, anyone that we want is playing for their squad right now. Baleba is playing. Anderson is playing. Stiller is playing. Semenyo is playing. They all start. So it's a bit different. So it's a bit difficult. So I don't think Xerxes goes. I don't think we do him any favors. I feel sorry for him. I think he should get the favor and should be able to go out there and be able to get into the Netherlands squad, etc. Because he's not playing. And we don't even give him a chance. I think he's played 18 minutes in like 13 matches or something. And that's including Grimsby. You know what I'm saying? We're not rating him at all. We're not even giving him a chance, to be honest. But it is what it is, isn't it? It's part of the game, etc. I think if someone comes and offers us money, it'll be a different story. But if we don't get money offered to us, I think he's pissed. I'll be real with you. I think Xerxes stays, man. Let me show you lot Xerxes now. Let's see, can see exactly what's going on with him. Because it's dark. Look at his minutes. Oh my days. This is crazy. Look at the man's minutes, bro. Look at Xerxes' minutes. Look at that. 0 against Tottenham. 0 against Forest. This is the minutes here, by the way, yeah? This column here. Minutes played. 0 against Tottenham. 0 against Forest. 8 minutes against Brighton. 0 against Liverpool. 0 against Sunderland. 5 minutes against Brentford. 0 against Chelsea. 10 minutes against City. 59 minutes against Burnley. Because remember, Cunha got injured, right? Is it Cunha that got injured on Mason Mount against Burnley? I think it was it Cunha? I can't remember. I think it might have been Cunha. 8 minutes against Grimsby. This guy ain't even played 60 minutes, bro. Like, he's really getting violated. And then look, when you go down now, what's this? This is last season. That's the Euro. Yeah, this is last season. So we start from here. This is the beginning of the season. Arsenal game, then Fulham. The man ain't even played 60 minutes. Altogether, he's played less than about 80 minutes. 60, 70, 78, 84 minutes or 83 minutes. 83 minutes is all Xerxes played in 13 games or something. So I feel sorry for the geezer, man. I don't think he thinks. And they're not going to give him a chance to go on loan. But he is going to get his chance because we've got these people going on AFCON. So I think he will get a bit of chance. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, 83 minutes, Charlie. 83. Crazy. That's still bad. Let me get a few of these comments, then I'll move on to the next stuff. There's so much still to talk about. Maybe Semenyo is Salah's replacement, but even then, he's not that effective. Yeah. He won't. I don't know, man. It's a weird one. I need to see it come from someone solidified that Liverpool want him. Everyone is saying that everyone's interested. I've heard Arsenal might be interested, but Arsenal got to sell Trossard or Martinelli. They can't just go out there and buy him. They got too much position. Remember, they got the Nwaneris and all of that as well. They got players everywhere, Dowman, etc. Lovely. This thing keeps shaking, bro. It's mad. What's lovely about that, Stevie G? I feel like Xerxes is going to play in place for Sesko. Maybe he stays because of AFCON. I think they're going to force him to stay because of AFCON. I don't think he wants to stay. I think they're going to actually force him. They're going to say, you have to stay. You understand? We got AFCON. We don't want that worry. We don't want that drama. You have to stay, brother. That's what I think happens. I think it's on him. Yeah. It's about, I just counted it. It's about 83 minutes. That's a diss. He got violated, man. He should be playing more and get a chance. He got 4 league appearances where he played 91 minutes and he played 8 minutes in the League Cup. He played 83 minutes. I just counted it just now. But even so, anyway, he's been violated anyway. You know what I mean? He's just about played 1 match in 13, which is crazy. No, I don't think he goes Arsenal. The only reason I would say Semenyo ain't going Arsenal is because they have to sell. Do you understand? He's not going to go be a backup to Saka. And you got Nwaneri, Martinelli, Eze, and Trossard that can all play on the left. Remember that. You know, if Odegaard becomes fit, I've all forgot about Madueke. You lot are forgetting this. You got Madueke, Eze, Nwaneri, Martinelli, and Trossard. That's 5 players that play on the left. That's 5 players. And remember, if Odegaard is fit, Eze plays on the left. Odegaard plays in the middle, Eze plays on the left. And then you got Madueke. Come on. You really going to go out there and say, you know what, let's go and get Semenyo now. That's a madness. There's going to be some unhappy players there. Do you know what I'm saying? Remember, it's good having depth, but you don't want too much depth. That's the thing. Yeah, he is an Arsenal fan, but I don't think they go for him because of the depth. He got over 70 minutes against Burnley. 70 minutes against Burnley. And he came. Yeah. Cunha got injured. That's what I said. Yeah. And he got 59 minutes against Burnley, not 70. This is why I'm telling you, it's 83 minutes. Look, he got 59 minutes. It's here. So yeah. But it's cool, man. It's either way anyway. Like I said, he's thinged, innit? He hasn't been getting the opportunities that he can. Do you know what I'm saying? He hasn't been getting the opportunity. Yeah, you're right there. Look, Cunha. I was thinking that, where did he get injured? But yeah, so that's Xerxes anyway. He's not getting the opportunities that he can, but Man United are blocking him from leaving. They're saying, brother, you can't go right now. We need you right now, brother. We're not going to do you no favors. I know you're not getting no games. So I think him and Mainu end up staying because we turn around and say that, yo, you're not going nowhere. We're linked with this little young striker. Ben Jacobs keeps saying this geezer's name, you know. This is not the first time he's mentioned him. He's mentioned him a few times now. This Etta Young, and he scored about 10 goals or 10 goals and assists in like 10 games or something. At the end of the season, let's see whether they say Benjamin Sesko wants a more experienced number 9 that is a more short-term approach, or do you kind of go young again? That's where you look at a profile like Etta Young. I feel like Etta Young, his agent is paying Ben Jacobs to pull it out there. I swear to you, lot. Because the amount of times that he keeps bigging this guy up is madness. He keeps bigging him up. If I type in Etta Young and Ben Jacobs, it'll come up about 3-4 times. I'm telling you, lot, right now. So I feel like, because he's not saying Man United specifically want him. He just keeps saying Etta Young, watch out for him. It's someone that they could look at, etc. So I don't know if he's trying to get him a move or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what Ben Jacobs was doing with like Garnacho. Like, let me show you, look, right now. Look, what's this? Etta Young, what's this? Look, he's put this out here. I'm really flattered to be linked to Barcelona, Real Madrid. Growing up, Chelsea was an English team. I what, blah, blah, blah. Ben Jacobs, yeah? Arsenal are one of the several heavyweights who have been looking at Etta Young, Ben Jacobs. So he's the only one that's saying it though. Levante have rejected a 30 million bid for Etta Young. He's the only guy. Fabrizio's not coming out and saying nothing about Etta Young. It's just him. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like he might be bigging him up to try get him a little move. Look, Man United. United scouting. Ben Jacobs. So I don't know, but this is a striker that we might be looking at. So we'll see what happens with this guy, man. We'll see if we end up pulling through or not. Big up the Metric community. Hit the like button. Yo, love for that. Appreciate that, Dave, man. Hope you lot are good. Let's see what you're saying. I get the excitement people have with signing Semenyo, but do we need to address the key areas of improvement? Let's get a midfielders in and a solid left wing back before we even think of Semenyo. But you just never know, though. They could be getting Semenyo and playing him in left wing back. That's the mad thing about it. He could be coming to play left wing back for all we know. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they could be saying, you know what, Cunha, we're going to keep you as a number 10. This is what Ben Jacob just said. Cunha could be like a guy that recycles with Sesko as a number 10, and then bam, we turn around and say, you know what, let's get 2 proper 10s. We don't really know what's going on with Bruno as well. Bruno could be leaving next season with Casemiro, and it's like, you know what, let's just get the 10 from now because it's a market opportunity, 65 mil, bam. Who knows? We don't know. Remember, we went in for him. We had dinner with him, everything, Amarin. So I don't know, man. It's a weird one. I think Mainu goes on loan. Let's be honest, even Ugarte is ahead of him in the 6. He isn't a 6'2", and we know Bruno hardly gets subbed. So I think for his development, he goes on loan. I think he should go on loan. You got to remember, Mainu, what he's doing, he's sitting there and he's thinking, listen, mate, I was in the Euros final. I was in the Euros final with Declan Rice, with all of these players. Now, you've got Wharton, Anderson, the new guys, and that. In my position, I can't even get a look in. Give me 6 months somewhere. Let me play. And I heard that he wants to go to Napoli. That's all the reports because he wants to link up with McTominay and Højlund. So he wants to go to Napoli 6 months, get himself in the World Cup. Then he wants to come back. He loves Man United. He doesn't want to leave Man United, which is good to hear. He's not sitting there saying he wants it to be final or nah. He's saying I love Manchester United. I just want to play some games. Let me just leave to play some games and then I'll come back. That's all he's on. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But I hope Mainu does get a bit of game time. But I think because of AFCON, I don't think he will leave. I think AFCON's killing all of them. Don't see Semenyo coming. He's not good enough in defense. I don't know, man. That's what we probably thought about Ahmad. We probably thought the same thing about Ahmad. You know what I mean? Ahmad's not good enough in defense. And then look at him. He's kind of shocked, man. He's doing okay. He's not as bad as we thought he was. So you just never know. Until a man gets tested, you will never really know. I think Semenyo can play wing back. Ahmad is a traditional winger and he looks proper. That's what I'm saying. And he's doing his defensive work as well. So it's a weird one. It's crazy. Keep these comments coming. Smash the likes, my peoples, man. We're going to keep it going. So let me show you what else Ben Jacobs just came out and said. And then he spoke about the midfielders that are likely to come on a low, on a cheap in January. These are remember, all the other midfielders, the Andersons, the Stillers. Who's the other geezer? Anderson, Stiller, Baleba. They're all summer signings. They're not coming now. So these are the guys that we might sign in January. And he goes on to say, on United signing midfielders in January, they like João Gomez. There's probably only 2 definitive targets on the Man United list that are definitely, I would say, available during the month of January or potentially available. The first is obviously Conor Gallagher, and then you have João Gomez, who I wouldn't and want to be clear here say is available. But what I would say is that suitors may be encouraged to try their luck in January looking at the league table. So basically what he's trying to say is Conor Gallagher, we think he's available because Atletico's already said, if you want Conor Gallagher, come and pay your 40 million, you can have him. He's sitting on the bench rotting. He's getting like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. He starts little odd Champions League games there and there, but nothing mad. He's not getting enough that he's going to get a look in by Tuchel. So what thing is saying is Conor Gallagher is available because they've already said, offer us the 40 million, you can buy him. Get him on loan with a buy option. We don't want to buy Gallagher. If we wanted to buy Gallagher, we would have bought him last season. We don't want to buy him. The only reason we're even interested is for a quick loan, come to you for 6 months, put in a shift. We know that you run around with intensity. Come and do that for 6 months and then see you later, brother. Yeah? That's all we're trying to do with Gallagher. And then we got João Gomez. João Gomez, they tried to say he was 60 million last season or something. This season, apparently he's only going to cost about 45 million, 44. But Wolves are going down. We all know Wolves are going down. Like, there's no whole saving Wolves. Let me show you their next couple of games as well. Like, and you got to remember, Wolves, João Gomez is not a striker. It's not like he's Strand Larson or something where he can bail them out of relegation. He's a DM. He doesn't change anything. So they're going down, bro. Look at them in the league table, bro. They haven't even won a game yet, brother. So everyone's looking at it as a market opportunity. Because if someone comes in for João Gomez, his head is turned straight away. Bro, I'm sitting here running around trying to save us from going down when I know we're going down. It doesn't even make no sense. They're bottom of the league. They haven't even won a game. So João Gomez is a market opportunity. And you got to remember, if we go there and you offer them 45 million, you might offer them 45 million right now. They're going to sit there and go, what should we do? Should we take it or not? If they say no and they get relegated anyway, which looks like it's going to happen, João Gomez's money will split. It won't be 45 million no more. It'll probably be 25. Because when he's in the championship and he's kicking up a fuss now, saying, I want to leave. I'm not going to play here. I've got bare teams in for me. I'm trying to get in Brazil. And he's going to want to cut anyway. So you either take the 45 million or you get relegated anyway. And then his price goes down 15 million or something. It doesn't make no sense. So that's why I'm saying that it's a market opportunity. And that's why Ben Jacobs is saying that. So let's look at Wolves' next games. Look at them. Redded out. They are trash. Look at them. Crystal Palace next. Let me show you their next games. Crystal Palace next. And then they've got Aston Villa away at the Villa Park. Then they've got Forest at home, which could go, you never know with that game. And then they've got us away. Arsenal. Bro, they're finished. Liverpool. Brentford. Brother, they're done, man. Let's be real. They haven't won a game yet, brother. And even when you look at the teams that they've played, Fulham, who are basically not too far from them in like close to the relegation zone. They're losing to teams like Leeds, 3-1. Burnley's beating them. Come on, bro. It's over. It's over, buddy. Leeds is West Ham. It's the only game that they won, and that was in the Carabao Cup. They haven't even won a game in the league. So, brother, it makes sense for what Ben Jacobs is saying, isn't it? He's saying that if you look at their thing in the market, if you go and turn his head right now and they look at the money and think, 45 million, we might not ever get that 45 million again. Do you understand? We might as well take the 45 million right now and just run because we're never going to get it again. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense for Napoli. Both their midfielders are injured and he can link up with the guys. Exactly. I think Mainu goes, but I think Mainu should go, but I don't think he actually goes because I think Amrin are not going to be stern. You're not going nowhere, bro. We got guys in AFCON. Unless they come back from AFCON early or something, I think he stays. He's got to chill out, buddy. It's all good. This international break is over. March next year. It was killing the momentum of the season. Every time we return, it feels like we're starting over. Exactly. So hopefully we can carry on what we had mentality-wise as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think United are even looking at Gomez. If I can find data saying he's not good, then they have seen the same data. It's come out from a lot of people that we are looking at him, man. He's come out as an option. Do you understand? I don't know if they will go that far to buy him or whatever, but he's definitely one of the options that they're looking at as a cheap buy, and it could just come in handy type of thing. For real, international, it kills momentum all the time, man. Always. We have to win this game on Monday. Everton might look for a Bandulu goal and then just play in a low block till it ends with a narrow win. We also need to keep on collecting points before AFCON. 100%. Listen, I'm scared of Everton, you know. People are saying it like it's easy. Like I'm seeing all these reports coming out. Man United are not facing the top 6 and the big 6 in the next 10 games and all of that, bro. I'm scared of Everton. I think Everton's a good team. Njai, Beto and them man there, they always get mad physical for our defense anyway. Bro, Grealish is moving mad. I actually think they're a good team. Do you understand? I don't know where it is. Obviously, they ain't really been playing dribbling like that, but I actually rate Everton. I think they're scary, bro. A lot of people like, yeah, it has to be easy. Like, nah, bro. Everton, but Bournemouth and that, Dilly. Just what I've been saying, midfield is a private position. If not our top targets, I'd rather pass and wait till the summer. Yeah, exactly. I'm on the same wave, but my thing is, yeah, you got to look at what we done in the summer. It was excellent. Every single player we bought came in and it was straight up, you got into the first team. That's what we've been doing now. See, before we might buy someone, they're a sub. No. Sesko, Hoyland, cheers. Mbumo, Garnacho, cheers. Cunha, Mount, bench. Lamens, Onana, cheers. Every single player came in and is in the first team. So that's what they're doing now. They're getting players that take whoever's in the first team out, so that guy's got to fight for his position now. So it makes sense. João Gomez comes in now. Who comes out of the team? It doesn't make no sense. Bruno's not coming out of the team. Casemiro's not coming out of the team with the form he's on right now. It doesn't make no sense. That's what I'm looking at it. Gallagher makes sense on loan as an extra body. We're going to have the FA Cup soon, AFCON, loads. It makes sense on loan. But to go and buy someone that is going to be an extra body, but he doesn't go into the first team, is not what Ineos do. What they've been doing is getting people that go straight into the team. So I don't get it either. I'm a bit confused with all this João Gomez stuff. I'm buying Gallagher over Gomez. Gallagher actually got really good seasons when he played at Chelsea. The prop Gallagher is getting this somehow. People were glazing Mount. Yeah, I'm not really rating him. I think he's trash. He just runs around. I don't really rate Gallagher, man. I don't think he's never done anything mad like that. And he's definitely not better than Casemiro. He just got more energy. That's all it is. Oh, he's 45 million, yeah? He's looking dark for Wolves. They had decent fixtures in the beginning of the season. They failed to get points. Bro, they were so close. They were literally one kick away from beating Spurs at Spurs ground. And my man just scored. It's crazy. Paulino. Crazy. They're definitely getting relegated. I'll be honest. If Mainoo doesn't go to the World Cup, he shouldn't be bumped because he's only 20 and has a lot of World Cup. Yeah, he shouldn't be pissed off with that. And I'm sure there's people level-headed showing him what's going on. That's the thing about the team now, though. It doesn't seem like anyone's moaning. And I've seen little reports about that with Xerxes as well. Like, you're not moaning no more. So even if they're upset, they're not playing, they're not moaning or going on social media and doing little posts, none of that. They're just riding it out and just staying calm. So let me get into the rest of the news. Keep the comments coming. Smash the likes, my peoples, and let's keep it going. So that's what he said about the midfielders, João Gomez and Gallagher. There are two options for January. So we'll see what happens. He goes and talks about Ruben Neves. I think it's harder now because it looks like the direction of travel is about extending his time in Saudi Arabia, and there's a lot of sources that he'll follow the path of Milinkovic-Savic and commit his future. So listen to this. I said this from early. These links were coming out from ages ago, and it's always came out from Ben Jacobs. No one else has ever spoke about this. It's only been Ben Jacobs that's ever spoke about this and said, oh, man, watch out for someone like Ruben Neves. He could be an option. Bro, I've never seen a player, not one player, leave Saudi and come to the Prem. I've never seen it happen. The money they're getting in Saudi, 300, 400K, to leave that and then come to 150K or something does not make no sense. And you're getting taxed as well. I've never seen it happen. Never. You've got to leave Saudi and become a free agent or move to another club and then maybe get to the Prem. Like Henderson. He moved to Ajax and then he free agent, went to Brentford. But I ain't seen a player go from Saudi straight to the Prem. It doesn't make no sense. The money's too crazy. They're getting 300K tax-free, no tax. Over here, they might get 200K, get taxed a little bit. They're only getting 160 or something, 175. Like, I've never seen it happen. So when they were saying all this, I said, I can't see that happening anyway. So he's just shutting it down, kind of. He's trying to, he put it out. He's the one that made this whole story. He put this story out. Ruben Neves could be coming to Man United. Just watch out for him. And then now he's kind of doubling down and saying, yeah, boy, he might just sign a new contract. But who knows if there was ever any movement anyway, if there was anything ever in this anyway. So this is Ruben Neves anyway. We'll see what happens with that situation. Then we got this stuff about Mark Guy now. We had some reports about him in the last couple of days. And this is obviously more reports now. And it's from Ben Jacobs, which obviously knows a few things. And look at this. He goes and says, if United are interested in Mark Guy, because remember, Mark Guy, to give you some context, he's a free agent next season. So when it gets to January, he can sign with anyone because he's got 6 months left. So he says, I think for the summer. So the feeling is that in January, Mark Guy naturally can be available because Palace can cash in a fee, but there are a lot of variables. Not much to get excited over yet. Yes, they like him. Yes, they see there's value there. But I don't see them bidding for Mark Guy in January. And then come the free agency market, if that's what happens with Guy, I think it'll be like a Liam Delap, where you have to be able to pitch Mark Guy regular starting spots and likely Champions League football. So basically, he's trying to say, when you look at Delap had a relegation clause where he can go for 30 million. So he knew he was leaving Ipswich. He had about 8 teams in for him: Everton, Man United, Newcastle, Chelsea, blah, blah, blah. And what happened was Delap looked at, where am I going to play and who's got Champions League, and picked Chelsea. He was close to signing with us, but then he picked Chelsea because of Champions League. Cool, no problem. He hasn't really turned up anything anyway. It's true. So Guy is in that same position. He's going to look at it and say, where can I definitely start and Champions League? If you look at our team, remember, he's a left-sided centre-back. He plays in the same system as us. Remember that. He plays in the same system as us right now, Crystal Palace, on the left side. On the left side for us is Martinez, or who plays on the left side? Sometimes Euro will play there, but it's Luke Shaw, for example. So we could say Luke Shaw's coming to the end of his time. Martinez, who knows if he's going to stay here for long. He's always getting injured. Mark Guy, you come in, you start every game, you're a leader. Mark Guy, delete Euro. I'm cool with that. I can do with that. You know what I'm saying to you? So I don't know, but this is what I'm saying. We have to get Champions League football to be able to get anyone. You know how this thing is. Yeah, some people will turn down Champions League football for Man United if they're Man United fans or whatever, man. Cunha and Boomo, you see what they done. Sesko turned down Newcastle for Man United. But some people, like Mark Guy, you might say, nah, bro, I ain't got time for that. I want to play Champions League. Remember, he's never played Champions League in his life. So something like that might excite him. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is where it is. We'll see what happens. Obviously, it seems like we could get him on a free, and that seems like it's something smart that Ineos would do. But there's no reports that solidify people. I'm talking Fabrizio, Ben Jacobs, Ornstein, saying that Man United are in for him. So just take it with a pinch of salt, that it's an opportunity that could happen, but it's not anything crazy like Man United are definitely in for him. So who knows? Those who said that Gomez, as much as us, we want Gomez, know as much of us. Footnotes. I pray we finally saw Ugarte and Dalot in the summer. Man United appear to be in a collision course with the FA over hosting. I see that still. Finding what new Old Trafford rather than Wembley. Yeah, because remember, Old Trafford is going to be as big as Wembley. Remember that. So it's going to be like Wembley of the north. So we'll have Wembley down London, and then in Manny we'll have Old Trafford. So there'll be so much things going on there. See how you got the Tottenham Stadium and there's boxing going on there and all of this crazy stuff. Boxing and people, concerts. That will be Manchester. That will be what would be happening at Old Trafford. It's crazy. Just like Chelsea, we have to win against the team that we should be beating, with the league being very open. Yeah, trust me. Capitalize this, and top 4 is possible. Top 4 is possible anyway, because this league, no one is taking it by the scruff of its neck. Everyone's been kind of inconsistent, where you don't even know who's going to win the league. Some people still think Arsenal's not going to win it. I'm one of them people. Do you know what I mean? It's so inconsistent, this league, that you just don't know what's going on. Birmingham City 62K stadium. It looks like a factory. It's the worst design I've ever seen for a stadium. Yeah, Birmingham used to be a solidified Premier League team. So they was able to afford that stadium, and it still brings them money now, and they still got loads of fans. I'm sure Amrin told him he has a path next season to be a starter. Maybe that's why he only wants. Yeah. He knows that. I don't think Amrin's told him. I think everyone's told him. Sir Jim, then Wilcox and that. Yo, you're the future. Don't worry. Bruno will go soon. I think that's where it is. I don't think it's a thing where Amrin's at it. Nah, I think they've all told him. Right now, I'm fighting for my life. Bruno's in every single stat. Majority of the stats. He's created the most chances, and the guy's playing back. Look at the position that he's playing in, Bruno. And he's still created the most chances in the league. How? How can you bench someone like that? And this guy is still creating the most chances. It's madness. So I get it still. I get it. And I think mainly will understand that. I can't wait for the January window. You know I'm going to be here 2-3 times a day doing lives as usual. The January window is going to be mad. Don't watch nothing. You'll be able to see everything here. If this is true, it still looks like Stiller will be one of the 2 midfielders. We will get him in the summer. It's most likely Stiller and Baleba. I'm cool with that. That's what I think we're going to do as well. I said the same thing. I think it's going to be Stiller and Baleba, or Stiller and an Anderson, or Stiller and a Wharton. I think it's going to be, Stiller and Wharton are a bit too similar, but yeah, do you know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be one of each. It'll be one of the expensive ones in the Prem, with Prem proven, and then a Stiller. And he might be the backup to Manu. Who knows how it's going to play out? Who knows? But I'm with you with that one, Charlie. Guy most likely goes Liverpool unless we swoop in Jan with a proper proposal. He'd be a proper signing. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Remember, everyone's gonna give him proposals though. He's gonna have remember, you lot are forgetting the proposal king. What club is the proposal king? Real Madrid. They might come in for him and say, yo, come here, big man. You sign you on a free? They love proposals. Real Madrid always sign players on a free. So it might be them. Who knows? We'll see, but he would be a good signing though. 100%. I'm with you with that one. I'm cool with that one. He'll be competing with Heaven, Leacher, and Shaw. You lot are screaming at Heaven to me, boy. When I said left wing back, left centre back, but Heaven don't play. Heaven don't play. Love for that though, Rotimi and Jolly. But Heaven don't play. That's what I'm trying to say to you, lot. I'm trying to say who plays as our left centre back starts. It's Luke Shaw, or maybe Euro or Delete if Maguire's playing. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is, I'm looking at this report here. Look at that. It's saying Mark Guy wants a regular starting spot. Look at the last line. He wants a regular starting spot and a likely Champions League football. So I'm saying, who would he take off? He would definitely, Guy will come and start over Luke Shaw and Heaven. Do you know what I'm saying? 100%. But that will be a good, this will be cold. This backline will be cold. You've got 2 leaders, Delit and Guy, are like captains. Euro's still obviously young, but come on, bro. And he's got pace as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember Guy is good at headers as well. Delit's good at headers. Bro, it'll be dope. I remember Guy, it's not a man that you're going to get as a CB trying to mold him into a back three. He already plays in this position. That's what makes it even 10 times better. You're going to get a left centre-back that already plays as a left centre-back in a three. Because remember, it's not the same. When you're playing with a 2, you're just used to you and your partner. Now you're playing with 3 and you got to jump and all that. He's already playing the same system. You just got to understand Ruben's tactics. Let me get this last one and then I'll get into the rest of the news and then I'll keep these coming. I'll keep them coming. If I sign Guy starts over Luke Shaw, 100%. 100%. Martinez starts on a game when we're playing a game that's a low block. See, like Everton. Everton might play a low block, or Burnley or Wolves or something like that. That's when you play Martinez. Ball over the top. You know he's good with that passing range. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what Martinez is that type of guy. That's how I look at Martinez. When you're playing against a low block, you rise him up. But apart from that, there's no point. So cool. Let's get into it then. So that's what he said about that. This is about Baleba now. Remember, one person that speaks about Baleba the most is Fabrizio. And he keeps saying that he's still our #1 target. But this is what Ben Jacobs has come out and said. He said, if Baleba is still United's top target for the summer, I mean, there isn't a top target because they want 2 midfielders. 2 elite potential starting midfielders are likely to come in. And from the list, if we only look at the summer names, I think Baleba is very high in their thinking, but it could still be price dependent. And what we know, and this is good news for Manchester United fans, is if Man United agree a deal with Brighton, Carlos Baleba wants Manchester United. And personally, I think it will be a big surprise if two clubs, one Man United and one rival, agree a fee with Brighton. I think it will be unlikely that Carlos Baleba would pick that other club over Manchester United. See what I'm saying? Manchester United only. He wants Man United over anyone. This is the same thing Sesko said, the same thing Mbumo said, the same thing Cunha said, the same thing Lamond said. And they all came in last summer. We tried to sign Baleba last summer. We've already spoke to him about personal terms, and they're all on the same wave. I only want to go to Man United. So even if we 80 million, us and Arsenal or City or something, he said, "Brother, I want to go Man United." You got Mbumo there. Onana's gave him some tips about Man. Remember, he's already been plugged in. Lenny Euros, his guy. He's already plugged in. He knows what's going on over there. He's dreaming of it. They're saying that the Man United links is what messed up his head, why he's been underperforming. He wants to be there. Do you understand? You came over there, you had a stinker, you caught a yellow card, and you held 4 goals, and you saw how the fans were moving. He wants to be part of it. So Baleba wants to be part of this Manchester United squad. And if we can agree a deal with Brighton, he's going to be part of it. But all I can say is, I'm cool with the Baleba hype. I'm cool with Baleba still playing or coming from Man United. The only thing, I'm not on this 100 million thing. This 100 million stuff about Baleba has to go out the window now. We've got to turn around and go, yeah, it's done. You know what I mean? There's no way we're sitting there and paying 100 million. He's not worth 100 million. And maybe it was a good thing that Brighton didn't want to sell him last season so that we got to see the side from him. Do you understand? So, yeah, that 100 million thing, forget about it, bro. I'm not really rating that. But that's good news, man. That's good news that he's saying, listen, I only want United. And no one else is happening. So, it is where it is. With Arsenal's next fixtures, I know they're definitely going to bottle it. Yeah, they got Tottenham, Chelsea. They always bottle it anyway. It don't even matter who they're playing. Man bottled it to Southampton. Remember, 3-3 and all of that. They suck at managing injuries. Next United will get scary. I'll be here for it. It's going to be scary, but not for us. Trust me. Next season, yeah. I do not think heaven is far off from taking that position. Nah, I don't know, man. I like heaven, but I don't know. Heaven's cool. I think heaven's cool, but just take your time. This is what we're meant to do. We're meant to take our time with the young boys. But the thing with Man United is we've had so much poor players that anyone that's come in, we've just got excited about and said, yeah, he's the guy that's, you know what I'm saying? Look at last season. The whole fan base is going crazy for Chido Obi. Where's Chido Obi? Play him. The guy's played against Brentford, played against Everton for 30 minutes. He's not doing anything much. He's still showing he's young. He needs time. Any other team takes time with their kids. But us, because we've been rubbish for so long and we're dealing with rubbish, especially last season, Hoyland's killing us, that we're just asking for someone else. So I get it. I get the hype, but I don't think we need solidified players where our backline is stern. Then we can start bringing these guys in. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We're still conceding a lot of chances. Do you know what I'm saying? If you look at a stat that came out the other day, we're like the third on the list with the chances conceded. I think it's Wolves first, Burnley, and then us. Things like that. We need to sort ourselves out, and then we can bring guys like Heaven and that in. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got to take our time with it. I don't see Guy leaving the Prem, honestly, but if it's Madrid, you never know. Yeah, I think he goes Madrid. If someone comes in from Madrid, and Madrid love signing people on a free. That's their thing. Free transfer. He plays for England as well. Lovely. They will snap that up one time. Trust me. I see Liverpool going all in for Guy, not United. We're more focused on the midfielder. I don't know who they go for, but yeah, signing on a free, they might go all in for real. On a free, remember, it's a free transfer, so they could go all in. And remember, they were close to paying, what was it again that they was going to pay Liverpool Palace? Was it 40 million? So they had 40 million there to pay for Guy. Now, all you got to do is give the money to Guy. Sign him on a free. You know what? We're not going to buy you now. Here's 15 million or something for your signing bonus. Bam, bam, bam. Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I got a feeling Baleba is the priority signing and we are going to get him. Man desperately wants to come. You can tell he's hungry for it. I know he's underperforming because his head's messed up. Bro, I don't know why he's underperforming. And that is you got to remember, he's playing a mad game. Some people are saying he's doing it in purpose. I don't think he's doing it in purpose. But you got to remember, we could have turned around and said, bro, my man's moving mad. We don't want him no more. Anderson's the new flavor of the month now. He's going to be going for the same price as him. And the thing with Anderson, they're saying that Anderson's not even 100 million. He's under 100 million. He's not even going to cost 100 million. So you got to remember that, bro. Like, I don't know, man. But I like Baleba, and I think he should come. We should get him. But it's 100 million thing. Forget about it, bro. 80 million, no problem. 100 million, nah, I'm cool. 60, 75. Yeah, 75 max. Even that is kind of pushing it, but 75, cool, no problem. You can see his potential. Just get it out of him. Cool. But 100 million for Baleba after the season he just had. Come on. I think Brighton even know that it's long. So even Brighton are going to say, you know what, we don't sell him in January because it's going to be too cheap. Let's hope that he picks up form to the end of the season, and then we can maybe get a 90 or something out of him. That's what I reckon happens. I'm not stressed about Heaven. He's only 18. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't think that our young boys are ready to step in like that. We shouldn't even put pressure on them anyway. But they're all going to get their time. So that's the stuff about Baleba, guys. Man United want him. He still wants United. And if it gets to a stage where two teams get the bid accepted by Brighton, bam, bam, Man United and City, for example, he's going to pick Man United. Yeah? That's what he's going to do. He wants Man United bad. He's got Lenny Yoro that knows him. He's got Mbumo. He's got Onana that's still in his ear saying good things. He wants to go to United. So we'll see. And then obviously we got this stuff about Stiller. And then it goes, look, in addition to Baleba, on a par with Baleba, that doesn't even make no sense. In addition to on a par with Baleba, Angelo Stiller is also extremely high in Manchester United's thinking as well, and is backed and liked by both Jason Wilcox and Christopher Vivell. So that's both of them. That's both of them. That's Vivell that does all the recruitment, and Wilcox is basically our sporting director. You might as well say, bro, they're both backing him. They're both saying Stiller's the guy. And Stiller, remember, Stiller at the moment, he's 40 million euros, which is about 35 million pounds. But they've got a chance, Stuttgart, to basically double it. You understand? They can buy it out and basically make it like 60 million euros. So even that, when you look at it, say Baleba goes for 70, 80, you get Stiller for 50 million euros. That's 130. And you've got, bam, look at that. Baleba, Stiller, Mainu, and Bruno, or whoever else you're going to keep there. You got to take, like, it's a whole different shape, man. It's a whole different setup, man. Do you understand? So it is what it is. Baleba saying he wants to come. Stiller's high up there. Vivell's doing what he does best, and he scouts up the place. And that's what Vivell was doing, and he's saying that Stiller is the guy. He's gone to the German league and got a Sesko. He's saying the guy to get now is Stiller. So what's going to happen? I think, obviously, it's been said we're going to get two midfielders, as you can see from Ben Jacobs himself. He literally says it just now. Look at the bottom one. He says, on if Baleba is still United's top targets. I mean, there isn't a top target because they want two midfielders. So remember that, guys. So there's links every minute. Anderson, Baleba, Wharton. Wharton's kind of dried up, to be honest. I ain't really been seeing much about Wharton, you know. Like, Wharton will always be a name that's on the bottom of the article. You'll be like, yeah, they also want Wharton as well. Like, but it's never like the first name on the article no more. It seems like it's Baleba, Stiller, or Anderson, to be honest with you lot. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that one, man. We'll see what happens. We've got this now. Look at this. Bruv, Tchouaméni links were from the Sun. So why are we even talking about it? The links of Tchouaméni to Man United were from the Sun, and they happened in about July. So I don't even know why he's talking about this. But anyways, Tchouaméni has always said that he's happy at Real Madrid. We heard speculations before, and a lot of people kind of feel a player like that, profile-wise, could come and then Casemiro would depart because they're relatively similar. I think it's fair to say, but Real Madrid sources have been adamant that even for maybe 100 million euros, they're not prepared to sell. So they don't want him to go, no matter what. They're saying, yo, he's not for sale. But bro, this is not even a story. This came out from The Sun. The Sun is the worst outlet ever. And it came out like in July. So I don't know why we're still even talking about this, but it is where it is. Sometimes, remember, they run out of stuff to talk about, so they mention different things. Kobe Mainu. I'll take this one. Keep the comments coming. I'll get the comments in a sec. We know Napoli have tried over the summer. but to no great degree. But they had some conversations, and obviously West Ham are the other club to watch that would be interested in Kobbie Mainoo if a mid-season loan presents itself. I think we are exactly where we are in the summer, where Kobbie Mainoo, man said Kobbie Mainoo. Kobbie Mainoo will head into the January window with not enough game time for his liking or for his England chances. And we'll go back again to Man United and ask them whether they might now be prepared to sanction a loan to get him some minutes. So this is the same thing that happened in the summer. He went and asked for some minutes. They said, yo, you have to stay and fight for your place. But I feel it for him because obviously he wants to make the World Cup. He was at the last major tournament, which was the Euros. Now you've got different players like Walton and Anderson who are the flavour of the month, and he's not getting any minutes. But I reckon he doesn't have a chance because of AFCON. AFCON's going to come and hit us from December the 20th till January the 20th if you get into the final, of course. But so we got that going on, and then of course it's like, if we sell you, we got to go get a replacement now, and that gives us more trouble. I think if Gallagher or someone says, yeah, they'll come on loan, then we can say, all right, Kobbie, go on loan. Go on loan, Kobbie. We'll go get Gallagher on loan, no problem. But for us to go out there and try and buy someone, because we've sold Kobbie now, it's putting us in a place where we're at a disadvantage, and we got to go and spend money on someone that we don't even really want. Because anyone that we're going to really want ain't going to go out there, ain't going to be available like that. So it's a tricky one, man. It's crazy. I got a feeling that we signed Baleba. He's going to be priority. We're going to get him, man. Desperately wants to come underperform. Yeah, that's what he said before, innit? 65 million. I think Madrid goes for Upamecano because he's French. Yeah, you know their thing. They love a French player over there as well. Wait, so is Baleba more of an 8 since Stiller is a 6? I think we do it the other way around. I think Baleba becomes a 6, but he can run with the ball and all of that. And Stiller's more of an 8. That's what I think it is. Stiller's the 8. Get the ball to Cunha, get the ball to Dorgu, get the ball to... He breaks the lines. And Baleba, you sit and you run up and down. Yeah? That's what we need you to do. I think it's more of a difference. The Semenyo were BS from the start. Yeah, I knew it, man. Madrid, even the bench warmers, let alone start. I knew that was rubbish anyway. I said the same thing. I don't think that is going to happen anyway. And it was from the Sun anyway. You don't know how the Sun is. I don't even report the Sun. Some people need to make a story every day for you. Like, I don't even bother. So let me show you the rest of the news. That's Kobbie Mainoo. I don't think he goes, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. Harry Maguire. Man United are still deciding what they want to do with Harry Maguire and what kind of contract they're prepared to offer. Remember, we want him to drop his... We need you to drop your wage, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not going to keep you on. You're going to turn 33, I think it is. So they're saying, yeah, like, we drop your wage and we'll give you a contract maybe for a year or two, and you will save us money. Because if we can give you a contract for a year or two, we don't need to go out there and buy a defender this season. We might be able to go next season. So we'll see, but they're not going to try to give him a big wage for him to stay in a year or two, and he's not even going to, do you know what I'm saying? He don't even play sometimes. And he struggles with injuries a lot as well. United are in the Semenyo race. Obviously, that is from Ben Jacobs, etc. Hold on, let me see if there's anything else that's came out. This is obviously the stadium stuff I've just showed you lot. And this is the young boy. This shoot's meant to be the next baller about Jeremy Jacquet. 3 days after this tweet, Man United scout Steve Head watched Jeremy Jacquet and his teammate Kader Mete in their Rennes win. Obviously, they won against Paris FC. So we're watching him. And look at them. When you look at the top 7 league under 21 centre-backs, he's first. Aerial duels, second. Different. It's a good prospect. I don't know how much he will be. Is he going to be like a 30, 40 million? I don't know. But it looks like another Euro type of thing. And I saw Arsenal was in for him before, and then they ended up getting Mosquero. So maybe they're not in for him no more. They got enough centre-backs. So who knows? Look at that. Frenzy's come out today and said that we're looking at Jeremy Jacquet and we're looking at that Evan Helen guy that we was talking about in the summer. And then these reports from Samuel Locker saying that Amas and Vitek are going to be part of the first team squad next season. Remember, we've got Lamens now. We might just need a goalkeeper that's going to challenge Lamens. We might not need a goalkeeper that's better than Lamens. So we might not have to go and get a Martinez or nothing. We might say Lammers is the guy. Go get someone on the same level as him that's happy with being second. He just got sent out on loan. He's come from the academy. He's going to be happy with being second. And Amaz could come into the first team. This is Simon Stone about Guy and Semenyo, and he just goes to say the Guy one feels like a good idea, but he was so close to signing for Liverpool. So he thinks that Liverpool is where he will go if he stays in the Prem. For Semenyo, having spent 200 million on Sesko and Bumo and Cunha, and then you got Mount, Ahmad, Kobe, and Bruno that can also play in the 10. I just cannot see it happening. So that's what he thinks about the situation. But like I said, we don't know what's going on. Is Bruno leaving next season? Who knows? So we'll see what happens, my people, man. That's more or less all the news for you lot. Let me see if anything else has come out whilst we've been on stream. Look at this. Craig Hope, who's a Newcastle journalist that hates Bellingham. You know, the guy that keeps talking about Bellingham every minute. Just keeps singling out Bellingham every single day. This is the guy. But this is what he's ended up saying about Anderson, because Anderson is a Geordie boy. He says Anderson's heart would bring him back to Newcastle in a beat. There's a feeling he will have to his pick of clubs at home and abroad come next summer. My instinct is that one, if not both, the Manchester clubs will make a serious play for him. Don't be surprised to see interest from Spain either. Remember, Newcastle don't really spend big on players anyway. But remember, he's a Newcastle proper fan. He was in the stands watching Newcastle beat Liverpool and win that trophy in the Carabao Cup last season. He was there in the stands. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a proper fan with the fans as well. So if he gets the pick, he will go Newcastle. But with Newcastle, that would be very stupid. They sold him for 30 million to Nottingham Forest, and then to buy him back for 80 would be stupid. I wouldn't understand that. So I don't know if they would even do that. And he's saying he would take it in a heartbeat, but he's not saying anything about Newcastle turning around and signing him straight away. Chance of Newcastle blah blah blah. Yeah, see, look at that. Look, chances of Newcastle re-signing Elliot Anderson. This might not be what Newcastle fans want to hear, but my information is that the chances are fairly low. My instinct is that one of, if not both, the Manchester clubs will make a serious play. He does suit Manchester City, though. He moves like a Manchester City player. A lot of passes and close with the ball. But I don't know if they'll go for him. They got Rodri. They got Nico Gonzalez now. They're going to go get another DM. Like, come on. I don't know. We'll see. You know, Man City love to have like 3 players in the same position. And this is just what Charlie put in the chat about the Man United appeared to be in collision course with the FA over hosting the 2035 Women's World Cup at the new Old Trafford. So we're basically trying to do that. So we'll see what happens, man. So that's more or less it, my peoples, man. I'll obviously have my little 10-minute video for you lot later with all the news. Whatever comes out from now to about 9 o'clock as well, it'll be all in that 8-9-minute video, which I'm going to post later. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Appreciate you lot. Subscribe if you're new. We're always here every day at 4 o'clock. Love.
Got some celebs, pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They don't see, they on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. For now, I'm local. For now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.